Hello watch lovers. Now I'm so excited about the 10 amazing watches featured in this video that I'm just going to start talking about them right now. So this is the latest GMT-Master II from Rolex, the 2025 model that was introduced with a ceramic dial for the first time on the famous travel watch. Here the green hue of the ceramic dial exactly matches the green of the ceramic bezel insert for a whole butt ton of visual harmony for you today. And this is also the bi-colour green and black version, which distinguishes it as the left-handed configuration, along with the more obvious tell of the winding crown and date window positioned on the left-hand side. Rolex giving props to all the southpaws out there. It has a 40mm case crafted from white gold, offering a hefty feel and a lustrous finish for that elevated luxury tool watch feeling that you get from a Rolex. Visually, it's very striking with that green and black ceramic on ceramic green look. And that ceramic really brings something else to the visual style of this watch, with muchos reflections on the surface, just looking really cool there. And there's all the familiar bold and basic shapes on the dial, including the arrow-tipped 24-hour hand, of course, which allows the wearer to read 2 time zones simultaneously. With its iconic design and luxury materials, this is a high-performance, high-demand timepiece, and it costs around £38,000 pre-owned. Next, we have the Longines Spirit Zulu time, here in 42mm with a sophisticated combo of a dial in anthracite grey and a bezel in racing green, and then with golden accents on the dial which gives the watch a rich warmth. This is further demonstrated by other careful detailing like the chunky raised numerals, the raised minute track with cut-out diamond indices, and the 5 golden stars. And just like the stars on a McDonald's employee's badge, they also signify quality, service, cleanliness, operational excellence, and the vital ingredient. Alright, maybe they don't signify that exactly, but they do mean that you're getting quality, precision, and reliability. There's a ceramic bezel, 100 meters of water resistance, and a modern and reliable movement inside too, along with the dual time-telling functionality that you get from the GMT hand, making this watch a perfect travel companion. And you can find it for around £2,000 pre-owned. So, there's the Tudor Black Bay 54, the Black Bay 58, the Black Bay 141, 131, 136, 139, hut, and now in a continuation of the Black Bay numbering saga, we have the Black Bay 68, with 68 being a reference to the year Tudor introduced the emblematic snowflake hands, after a genie whispered "make some snowflake hands" into the ear of Tudor founder Hans Wilsdorf, probably. So the Black Bay 68 is a bigger take on Tudor's popular dive watch, coming in a hulking 43mm stainless steel case for a strong presence on your wrist. The case is nicely brushed and polished and looks refined, and this model comes with a sun-brushed silver dial, which is really nicely sun-brushed actually, with quite a prominent radial sheen that shifts pleasingly in the light. There's applied hour markers and a 60-minute unidirectional bezel with a matte black aluminium insert, and it's all in keeping with the model's functional tool watch roots. This watch is waterproof to 200 meters and is powered by Tudor's own caliber, the MT5601U. That's a METAS-certified movement with a 70-hour power reserve. This is a really cool watch, and its increased size gives it much more impact over other Black Bays, while still feeling comfortably wearable even on smaller wrists like mine. So you're getting durability, reliability, wearability, of course precision ability, and it goes without saying stylishness ability, all for £3,500 pre-owned. Here we have the Breitling Superocean Heritage. This is a refined, modern and souped-up version of Breitling's original dive watch from 1957. So you're getting a vintage-inspired design, but with contemporary engineering. It has signature spear and arrow hands which pay tribute to the original 50s model, while the original anodized rotating bezel is now a ceramic inlaid bezel for increased futuristic scratch resistance. Here we have the 40mm model, which is paired with a sleek integrated mesh metal bracelet that feels very comfortable, and this one has a vibrant green dial that features a clean layout with a discrete date window at 6 o'clock. Powering the watch is the B31 automatic movement, that's Breitling's in-house manufactured caliber, and that comes with an impressive power reserve of around 78 hours. Overall, this is a great, everyday, versatile watch, and with 200 meters water resistance, it's perfect for the waves or the waterfront, or even just much further inland as well, like in an office someplace or something. Pre-owned, you can pick this up for around £4,000. This is the IWC Ingenieur Automatic 40. It's a modern luxury sports watch inspired by the original Ingenieur SL, which was created by legendary designer Gerald Genta in the 1970s. So it's got that 70s industrial feel, but again with contemporary engineering and improved ergonomics. This one comes in a 40mm stainless steel case with a statutory 70s integrated bracelet, and this is one of those watches that is just so great to photograph because it's just so easy. I think it's something about the overall chunkiness and the softened edges that just make it look great from any angle. And the quality of the finish helps more than anything, probably. So it features a crisp and classic clean black dial with that distinctive texture. And there's also the statutory 70s screws visible on the bezel, but here in a usable circular style and not an impossible to turn hexagonal style. The watch has a slim 10.7mm profile and feels very comfortable on the wrist, definitely offering everyday wearability, but with a touch of elegance also. Inside is IWC's in-house caliber 32111 automatic movement, which has an impressive 120-hour power reserve and an admirable 100 meters of water resistance. This is a versatile luxury sports watch with great heritage, stylish design that's rugged but with a luxury feel. And you can get this one for around £7,500 pre-owned. This is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Polaris Date, and it's also both sporty and elegant. It features a knockout dial of deep green lacquer, which is created with 35 layers of lacquer to produce a rich gradient. It's then polished forever to give it its flawless appearance, and it allows the green hue to shift with the play of the light. Absolutely gorgeous. There's skeletonized hands and bold hour markers with luminescent material in a kind of vanilla hue that really complements the green face nicely. The hands also have cool stylized tips that look really architectural up close. It's then housed inside a 42mm stainless steel case, which features a mix of brushed and polished surfaces, and there's also a rotating rehaut controlled by the second crown on the side. It looks sharp and stylish on the wrist, while the green rubber strap and 200 meters water resistance keep it sporty and practical. Running the show is the in-house caliber 899, which is visible through the sapphire caseback, allowing you to revel in the splendour of the high-quality JLC finishing. Again, the Polaris is the perfect blend of elegance and functionality, perfect for everyday wear, and you're getting all that impeccable JLC build quality, and of course, that lush lacquer dial. You can revel in the splendour for £8,000 pre-owned. So here we have a sexy Speedmaster all up in here with an opulent iteration of the Omega Moonwatch Professional. This is a 42mm two-tone model crafted from stainless steel and 18-karat Moonshine TM gold. That's Omega's proprietary gold alloy, known for its pale yellow hue and magical fade-resistant properties. It also has a sun-brushed silvery step dial, which is accented by 18-karat Moonshine gold hands and subdials for the chronograph. There's also applied baton markers and Omega logo, and the dial is framed by a black ceramic bezel ring featuring the iconic Don. That's dot over 90, a very famous and important detail that's a nod to early Speedmaster models. So the famous dot and the rest of the tachymeter scale are presented in Omega's Ceragold. And then inside, making the whole thing tell time, is the coaxial master chronometer caliber 3861, a METAS certified manually wound movement. Now, Omega calibers are always a treat, they're just so neat and crisp and detailed. And then it goes without saying that the Speedmaster model was worn by astronauts on all 6 moon landings. This is a glorious version of an iconic model, and it costs around £12,000 pre-owned. Next, we have the Glashütte original PanoInverse, a distinctly German watch that showcases the mechanical majesty of the movement on full display on the reverse flip side inverted dial type deal. So instead of a traditional dial, you get the watch movement right out in front, so the precision craftsmanship and engineering is on display at all times. So it's the manual winding caliber 6606, which has a 41-hour power reserve, as indicated at the top of the dial there, and there's a hand engraved balance bridge with a double swan neck regulator, which is stunning, and there's immaculate Glashütte striping on the 3/4 plate. If you are interested in telling the time and are able to draw your focus away from the balance, then you can do so with the off-center dial and small second subdial. This watch is 42mm in a stainless steel case and is one of the finest pieces of watchmaking ever around. And pre-owned you can find it for around £7,000, and that's a whole lot of watch for the money. This is an Audemars Piguet watch that isn't a Royal Oak. No, this is the other one, the Code 1159. The collection originally released back in 2019 to much derision, as I recall. Not by me though, I rather liked it. And I still do, in fact, especially this green model. Now, I'm not exactly sure why, but I just love a stepped dial with an inner bezel. And the standout feature here is the rich green dial, with its unique motif of concentric circles that's textured with hundreds of tiny holes, creating a great sense of depth and catching the light awesomely. There's 18-karat white gold hour markers and hands with luminescence for maximum legibility, and it's all framed by the aforementioned matching green inner bezel. And then there's the 41mm stainless steel case, which is large and in charge, and paired with a green rubber coated strap for a modern, sporty look. It also comes with a practical 30 meters of water resistance, which should be good for a bit of splish, but no splash, and certainly no sploosh. And then there's all the style, precision, and immaculate finishing that you get from an Audemars Piguet watch, don't forget that. This is top tier watchmaking, people, and it's showcased further by the self-winding caliber 4302, which is visible on the reverse side. This is a striking and refined choice that's great for daily wear. Pre-owned, this watch costs around £15,000. Finally, we have the Hermès H08. It has a case in satin brushed titanium that's coated with matte black DLC, so it's lightweight and durable, but comes with a stealthy aesthetic. It's in an atypical cushion shape, which is very comfortable and very slim, so it just pancakes onto your wrist in a really pleasing way and feels really nice to wear. The case is complemented by a sunburst satin brushed titanium bezel, and the dial completes the stealthy utilitarian outfit with a black surface, a grained center, and a circular satin brushed minutes disc with a cheeky little date window tucked away at 4 o'clock. And one of the things I really like is how some of the numerals have been stylized to match the cushion shape of the case. Now, inside is an Hermès manufacture movement as an in-house automatic caliber with a rotor weight and bridges decorated with an Hermès motif. And if you want something a bit different and a bit bold, but with incredible execution and attention to detail, then why not give the H08 a go? This definitely should be on more people's radars for sure. Maybe it is a bit too stealthy. Pre-owned, this one costs £4,700. And there you go, that rounds up another 10 incredible watches. And if you want more amazing watches, then why not head over to watchfinder.com and find your next pre-owned luxury watch. Check it out, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.